Hi, it's Cory, and today we're going to learn how to play Your Song by Elton John. So this was my Patreon Song of the Month choice, where every single month my patrons have an option of different songs and then they vote on the one that they want to see made into a tutorial the most. Thank you so much to my patrons. We have a really awesome community, and if you're at all interested in joining the Patreon community to get access to a bunch of different resources as well as get access to my lead sheets and all sorts of stuff, make sure to check it out. The link is down in the description box. I do really want to take just a moment though to shout out a couple patrons in particular that are at my gold tier. So thank you so much to Annika Passman, Rosemary Bristol, Christine Trelana, Glenn Clement, Perry Payne, Mary Richardson, Yuki, Kate, and Stefan Ramirez. And of course, all of the other gold tier members that prefer to stay anonymous as well. And just in general, thank you so much to all of my patrons. If you're someone who's not a patron and you're just being an awesome viewer, thank you too. But with all that, let's get into the tutorial. As always, make sure your ukulele is in tune first. That's going to be a G on the 4th string, a C on the 3rd string, an E on the 2nd string, and an A on the 1st string. In total, the song has 9 different chords, and just as a note, we did change the key to make it a little bit easier for you to be able to play. The original key is in E flat though. If you're at all interested in an original key version, just beware, the chords are pretty funky on the ukulele though, but we can always make that happen. And make sure to leave a comment to tell me that you'd like to see a tutorial or a play along in the original key too. The first chord we're gonna be looking at though is the A minor chord. To make an A minor, you're gonna take your second finger and then place it on the 4th string, 2nd fret. We also need an A minor 7, and the great news about that is you got it. If you can strum down on the ukulele, that is an A minor 7. You don't need to do anything different with your hand. It's also commonly known as a C6 chord, so if you know it as that, it's just when all of the strings are open. We also need a C major chord. For that, you're taking your 3rd finger, placing it on the 1st string, 3rd fret. We also need a D7 chord. For that, you're taking your 1st finger, placing on the 2nd fret, 4th string, and then your 2nd finger is going on the 2nd fret, 2nd string. We also need a D minor chord. You're taking your 1st finger, placing it on the 2nd string, 1st fret, your 2nd finger is going on the 4th string, 2nd fret, and then your 3rd finger is going on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. We're using an E7 today, which is going to be your 1st finger on the 1st fret, 4th string, your 2nd finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and then your 3rd finger on the 1st string, 2nd fret. We're also using an E minor chord. That's going to be your 1st finger on the 1st string, 2nd fret, your 2nd finger on the 3rd fret, 2nd string, and then your 3rd finger on the 4th fret, 3rd string. We're using an F major chord, so that's your 1st finger on the 2nd string, 1st fret, and then your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret, 4th string. And then finally, we have a G major chord. For that, it's your 1st finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, your 2nd finger on the 1st string, 2nd fret, and then your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret, 2nd string. Before moving on to the strumming pattern with this song, make sure you are really solid on the chords for this. A lot of them are kind of more basic chords, but there are a few that might be new for you. So just keep that in mind as you're going along. You want to have a pretty good mastery over them, and that means that you don't need to use the chord diagrams to be able to identify or play the chords right away. It's good for reference, but you want to know how to make the shape without having to look at it every single time. What's great about this song is it pretty much does the same thing throughout, so we're going to just stick with the same strumming pattern, and for this we are just going to be using the classic island strum. If you're not familiar with the island strum, it's just a down, down, up, up, down, up. So slower, that's down, down, up, up, down, up. And I'm using my pointer finger to do this and just giving that small movement in the wrist. I'm not moving my whole arm to be able to strum that pattern. If you'd like to add chucks, you can. I will not be using chucks for the play along though, just because I think it sounds nice. A slightly more acoustic feel versus more with a percussive feel, and that's what you get when you add the chucks. Overall, there aren't any like kind of little tricky sections. It's really just about getting that strumming pattern internalized and being able to transition through the different chords. With all that, let's give it a playthrough. 1, 2, here we go, and it's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I'm not one of those who can easily hide. I don't have much money, but boy, if that tutorial for Your Song by Elton John helpful. Definitely when going through this song, and I'm much more familiar with it now. I definitely learned the song though, having watched Moulin Rouge a million times. So if you're similar, I didn't realize that it was an Elton John song, I think, actually until I watched the biopic Me, which I'm a little embarrassed to admit that, but that's just what happened. So just as a forewarning, the playthrough definitely is like a weird hybrid of like the Elton John and the when Ewan McGregor sings it in Moulin Rouge. So my apologies if it's not the most true to Elton John fashion. There's like sort of like an improvisational element to his song. So use the playthrough as it helps you, but just know it's not like the most true version to it. But regardless, I hope you found it helpful. If you would like to see an original key playthrough of this, comment down below. B, if you are a fan of Moulin Rouge and maybe this song was introduced to you through the musical, let me know down below too. Also, if you are a big Moulin Rouge fan, let me know what your favorite song from that movie is. Mine's definitely Come What May, and as we get into March is Music in Our Schools month, so I kind of want to do like a musical highlight theme thing, so maybe I'll have to do one for a song from that movie too, or the original one, Come With Me. I don't know. Now I'm just rambling. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye!